Joining us now from Greater Southeast Energy Hub is Peter Gudde.
Thank you for that introduction, and thank you to Baber and Mid Suffolk and to all their sponsors for organising this event today. I think it's a great opportunity to get a focus on business and a relationship built around how we take forward Suffolk on its net zero journey. Before I start and signpost some of the things that are going on in Suffolk to support businesses, I'd just like to give you one word, and that word is momentum. Now, momentum. It's about impetus moving a body. Me, yourself, and the audience, your businesses, the local authorities, Ipswich, Suffolk, the UK, the global community, we all need momentum on this zero carbon journey. I think about COVID, and I think a couple of things that COVID pandemic has taught me. The first one is around how important good science is, and secondly, how we apply innovation from that good science. The second thing it's taught me is around people, and how people take that innovation and that solution to solve things. Now, we can do that. We've shown that over the last 2 years, and the zero carbon journey is a similar thing that we need to get both impetus and our bodies moving, so we need momentum. I don't flatter myself that I've got any more insight to add to the room and the people that are in this room today, although I do have some knowledge of the work that's been going on in Suffolk over the last 20 years. But I think back to 1992 and the Rio Earth Summit, which was the starting point of some of this momentum. The Conference of Parties, COP, which was initiated following the Rio Earth Summit in 1992, is now at its latest stage next month with COP26 in Glasgow. And I look out into the room and I ask you and I urge you to use this event and to use COP26 to give us momentum on this zero carbon journey. So that's my speechifying over. I'll move on to the really important bits that I'd like to cover with you today, which are around the services available to businesses, whether they're businesses looking to become more energy efficient or looking to invest and generate their own energy, or whether they're businesses that want to develop the goods, the services, and the skills that we need to move on this zero carbon journey in Suffolk. So I'm going to name check some organisations that are in the room today, but it's your job, not mine, to go and meet them, to talk to them today, to visit their websites, to get to phone them and find out the things that you need, whether you're a small, medium-sized business, whether you're a local authority, whether you're even an individual consumer. Get the information you need today to get that momentum so that we can move forward. So that's my challenge to you. I will be endeavouring to talk to those organisations as well, and I look forward to those conversations over the next 4 to 6 hours, as long as we get to that point today, and we will benefit from all that knowledge that we got in the room. So, if I may, I don't know whether the slides are moving, but I'll leave the slides, it's fine. These are the sort of questions that some of the businesses I've been talking to have put to me, and I talked to some of the energy advisors that are here today that have been supporting local businesses. The first thing is, I don't know what to do as a small business. I'm too busy, I'm too stressed, I've got to keep my business going. I'm not got the time, or I don't know where to go for the information. Also, is there the money available? Can I get a grant? Now, these things are potentially questions that we can answer today. Thank you. Apologies. Yeah, thank you. So that help is at hand. And hopefully today, we can flag up the opportunities that are available to businesses in the location. So to start, if you're a small and medium-sized business, you may think you haven't started on this journey, but you already have. You've just been doing it as good business practice. A couple of examples of businesses that I know. One was a garage servicing cars. When the cars come in, They might replace a tyre for the MOT. They then decided, well, rather than replace a tyre, could we not get the equipment in to be able to repair that tyre? So they provide an additional service to that business, to that customer, by changing their business model and adding something to their business. But they reduced their environmental costs by reducing waste of throwing that tyre away. They did it as good business practice. They didn't do it because it was an environmental thing. It saved them money and gave their customer a better service. Second example is a small business. Their roof was leaking, so they had somebody come in, replace their roof, but they insulated it. They weren't going to do it, but they decided, yeah, we'll insulate it. Their employees were so happy with that one action that business took because it improved the space they were working in the wintertime when it was cold before, it was warmer, and in the summertime it was too hot. So it kept the building cooler. So two very simple things. They weren't done for environmental reasons. They saved energy, they reduced waste, but what they did do was benefit that business in terms of its customers and its employees. Now, we're going to focus on two things that really are, I would argue, the end point in terms of benefit, and that's recognition. It's really important that we recognize good practice. I never feel comfortable with the word best practice because that suggests you've achieved the pinnacle. We need to keep moving on, keep that momentum going, but good practice should be recognized, and in Suffolk we're blessed. We have a carbon charter which recognizes businesses that are on this journey towards zero carbon, and any business that is following that pathway can choose to be part of that journey using the carbon charter as a means of recognition for their action and to improve their brand awareness and to show to their customers and supply chain that they're serious about becoming zero carbon. I'm just going to name check a few businesses that have got carbon charter status. I could go on more than you want me to, but ABC Taxis, Older Tree, Anglia Print, Barnwell Print, Co-op comes up a dozen or so times in terms of the actions they take in terms of Suffolk Carbon Charter and taking action. James White Drinks, Lignosite, Lindsay Lodge Farm, Maple Farm, Midas UK. I could go on, and I'm sure you don't want me to. But this is a demonstration that this is not something novel. This is something that businesses are getting on with. And if you want to be on that journey and you want that momentum, then the Suffolk Carbon Charter is a way of demonstrating that and recognising it. We're really blessed that we're into the second decade of the Creating the Greenest County Awards, which recognises sustainability in the round. It recognises that households, businesses, communities are taking action, and we're blessed that they give the opportunity for them to have a gala evening and some promotion in Suffolk about the things that they're doing. So Suffolk the Greenest County, I think the deadline, if you want to get your nominations, is close of play today. I can see some nodding. So if you think you've done some really good work, get your nomination in. If you can think of a business that's done some really good work, get your nomination in. And that would be something that will give that business or that organisation, whether it's a community organisation, recognition and reward for the good work. Now, taking a step back, I'd like you to benefit today from the support that's in the room, not only from some of the suppliers that are here, and thank you for coming along, but two schemes that are very worthwhile for small and medium-sized enterprises to get involved in. The first is the Business Energy Efficiency Anglia scheme, B for short, and I hope that one of the advisors will stick their hand in the air. Excellent. Go see that gentleman if you're a small and medium-sized enterprise and you want to find out how to improve your carbon footprint, your environmental journey. Get some momentum onto your improvements. Find out about their auditing and their independence and value that they can add to your business. Find out about the grants that they offer you and get involved and participate and get supported. The second is Eastern New Energy. Are they in the room today? Excellent. Hi, Joe. Fantastic new scheme, providing similar range of services, but if you're, say, on a business park or an industrial or trading estate, talk to them. They provide access to expertise and independent advice, and there's also grants available as well. They will also support you if you've got a product or a service that you want to develop that is a green product. It's an environmental product. It's a product that will help reduce the environmental impact of an organisation. So talk to them about how you could get your product to market. And I'm sure they can support you. I'm really pleased to be able to name check those two organisations in particular, but also talk to the suppliers, whether it's around LED lighting, boiler replacement with heat pumps or any other decarbonised technology, whether it's about insulation, whether it's about system controls, building controls, whether it's around changing motors in your factory or process equipment upgrades, whether it's about installing solar power. All of these things can be achieved. They may require investment, but some of them are low and no cost options that will add value to your business now. I'd like also to finally look at travel and mobility. Now, if you go onto the Green Suffolk website, it's a great resource, whether you're a householder, community, business, or otherwise. But go through that website, and if your customers or your employees come to your business premises, find out how they can come to your business premise sustainably. You'll find on the Greenest County web, the Green Suffolk website, a web page called Suffolk Way to Go. That will help you identify walking maps, routes for your staff to walk to work, cycle maps, schemes to help link up public transport provision to allow you and your customers to get you to your business and for you to trade in a more sustainable way. The other area is around vehicles, and particularly with the last 2 years, we've seen the rise of home delivery, a lot of vans on the street. We've also heard about the merging policy positions around electrification of passenger vehicles with new internal combustion engine sales being prohibited from 2030. That raises a question around infrastructure and charging. Go and talk to Peter here in terms of EV charging. If you're a business and you haven't got the capital, Peter has it. It's a rental scheme. £2 a day, you can get an install of an EV charging provision. Peter, I probably dropped you in it. You've probably got no money whatsoever, but anyway, we'll do that. Use that scheme to be able to get charging provision into your business, whether it's for your own passenger vehicles or your white van. You'll be able to not only charge your vehicle, but deliver savings into your business. Okay, the capital cost is the biggest challenge, I would argue, with regard to electrification of transportation. We can talk about range anxiety and we can talk about all of the other issues, but it's the capital to get you into that place. Now, if we can make it easier for businesses to get into that with no and low cost capital routes, then hopefully that journey for that business will be easier, giving them momentum to be able to move into an electrified transport world. So talk to Peter, plug in Suffolk. And I think with that, I've probably name-checked as many as I can think of. I'm sure there are loads more out there, but please network, talk to people, not today only, but beyond this. Take it out, talk to your suppliers, talk to your customers. Find out who else out there wants to go on that journey and give them momentum as well. And with that, thank you.